say goodbye to the magnetic strip on your credit cards. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for spending a few minutes of your time with me today. Now, credit cards have been a big institution for a long time. And by the way, this one totally sucks unless you're rebuilding your credit, which I don't really need to anymore, so it will probably be cut up by the end of the day. But these things, little pieces of plastic, have been around for a long time. They're very useful to have, extremely useful to have if you're an entrepreneur. But there's one thing about credit cards that have been consistent. These little magnetic strips. You know, you take your card and you swipe it. Sometimes it felt good to swipe a card and get a big purchase. But they've slowly been, well, I should say you've probably not swiped so much as you have put it in because of little chips like this. And I did wonder for a long time, how much longer was it going to be before the magnetic strip was actually taken away? There's actually some credit card readers that don't even have a place to put the strip. You either plop it in or you pay digitally with Google or Apple Pay. Well, it turns out that it was Mastercard who decided they were going to be the first ones to actually get rid of the famous magnetic strip. We're going to talk about why they did it and what that means for you. But before we do, if this is your first time here and you like videos like this, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and ring the bell if you actually want to be notified of when new videos go up. So anyway, what does a magnetic stripless card, little tongue-tied there, that's my stutter, actually look like? Well, apparently this is what it's going to look like. Very simple, very elegant, very sexy. In fact, here's another thing about this. Like, I'm going to hold up, this is what a typical credit card looks like. Notice how they're emphasizing standing up, that you can read the information, even if it's like, you know, put in there. Like, I could make a lot of dirty jokes about this, but I'm not going to. And the card information is on the back, which is typical because credit card companies like the fact that, you know, you can hold up a card and advertise it. But again, this card sucks, so don't get it. I mean, you can get like a bonus $50 if you sign up through a referral link of mine, but I'm not even going to put the referral link there. That's how much it sucks. So anyway, this is from SlashGear and what they have to say about it. For several years now, we've seen customers and merchants move away from magnetic strip payments with payments with credit cards. As new payment methods such as chip and PIN, NFC payments, and even biometric cards become more and more prevalent, some of us are wondering when the magnetic stripe will go the way of the dodo. Mastercard has given us some indication of when that will happen, announcing that it will begin phasing out the magnetic stripe on its credit cards. The phase out is going to be a slow one, as new Mastercards won't be required to have a magnetic strip until 2024 in most markets, the company said in a post to its website. That means until a yet unknown date in 2024 arrives, newly issued Mastercards will still need to have the magnetic stripe included on them. Quote, the magnetic stripe will start to disappear in 2024 from Mastercard payment cards in regions such as Europe, where chip cards are already widely used. Banks in the US will no longer be required to issue chip cards with a magnetic stripe starting in 2027. The company goes on to say that in 2029, no new Mastercard credit card and debit cards will have a magnetic stripe. But that's a requirement that prepaid cards in the US and Canada will be exempt from. By 2033, the company says that no Master credit cards or debit cards in the wild will have a magnetic stripe on them. So my question now is, if you have these old cards with these old stripes, are they going to technically be collector's items? I mean, it is funny to think about that, but I've also, as I started making these credit card videos and started talking more about finances, and I've started looking up props for future video reviews on credit cards, I've actually found that people do sell their old credit cards on eBay, and some of them go for quite a bit of money, actually. And so I'm kind of wondering if these magnetic stripe cards will actually become to be seen as something of a collector's item. Never mind that we've had them for 60 plus years, but it might. And so I also think it's fascinating that it's taken them this long. Like, I was wondering why they didn't start phasing them out right away, but I think the thing is the public is slow to change. You have, like, whenever you have like a certain technology that comes out, there's always going to be like a generation of people who just don't understand why they have to change what they're doing. And we're talking about mom and dad, grandma and grandpa. They've been swiping cards for years. They don't want to do the chip. They don't want to start getting into Apple Pay or Google Pay. And so these stripes were kept around primarily for them. Now it seems like Mastercard will be starting to phase that out, but it's still going to take a good 9 years before it really starts becoming a thing, and then it's going to be like 12 years before it's completely gone. And for some perspective on how long that is, I'm going to be 48. I'm going to be 48 when these are completely gone. And I'm wondering, will I still be even doing this YouTube channel at 48? You never know. Maybe I will be. But I don't know. I would like to think that I am going to be young forever. I'm the one who's going to defeat death. It's wishful thinking. I'm going to die. Hopefully I'll go to heaven. We'll see. But anyway, that is where this story ends. Not an important story by any stretch of the imagination, but I found it interesting, so maybe you did too. I don't know. I'd like to know, do you find this interesting? Are you going to miss the stripes? Do you even swipe your card that much anymore? Or do you just use Google and Apple Pay and you pretty much leave the cards at home? I'd love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.